ACL tear, but I will be fully recovered in the next 6 to 8 weeks and back in my stilettos, so don't you my lip is impaired, but they can't do anything to stifle this voice. Where's that? Oh, thank you. Speaking of voices, thank you for raising yours. Thank you for creating space for others to do the same. Thank you for your sweat equity. Thank you for laboring in love. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. And you are the reminder that no neighborhood in the city of Boston has the monopoly on innovation, genius, and ingenuity. A couple more thank yous. Raise your hand if you have ever felt invisible. Bearing that in mind, having been a hotel worker for 6 years, I know wait staff are often treated as if they are invisible. Can we please thank our wait staff for And then, as a point of personal privilege, I do want to give a shout out to two very important people in my life. One is an educator and a part of the Boston Prep community, and another is a member of my chosen family and my former chief of staff, Bruce and Jessica. Congratulations on your engagement. I love you. They've been married to the movement, and now they're going to be married to each other. That's a beautiful thing. You know, I'm reminded of the words of our my forever POTUS, Barack Obama, let me not be presumptuous, who said that educators are our nation builders. And I agree with that, because educators build up people who go on to build up our world. I want to say thank you to the entire Boston Prep village and community, from the board, which I know is not a board in name only, it is indeed a working board, to all of the volunteers, to the teachers, to the administrators, to the coaches, to the food service workers, to the custodians. Thank each and every one of you for being nation builders. I'm so humbled, and it's an honor for me to join with you this evening. I had the opportunity a moment ago to spend time with some Boston Prep students, and I was reminded of why I cannot help but to be inspired when I'm around our young people. They are clear-eyed and committed and passionate. Their energy and their optimism is something that I wish I could bottle up and take back with me to Washington, D.C. It is young people, like the students in Boston Prep, that motivated my introduction of an amendment to lower the voting age to 16. And I see tepid applause because for some of you that seems a radical thought. But it's been my experience that 16 and 17-year-olds in 2019 are dealing with 2019 challenges and threats and hardships. And they're also ushering in and leading on the forefront of every existential threat to our nation, from gun violence to climate change. And so I wouldn't dare tell these young people who will inherit the world that we leave to them based on the decisions of the votes that we cast today, including everything from student debt to Social Security solvency, that they don't have a right to cast a ballot. So I want to thank our young people for their courageous leadership, for their steadfast conviction, for their activism and their contributions to community every day. I have a profound appreciation for the role that education plays in empowering and emboldening young people, not just for scholarship and knowledge, but self-agency, and for global citizenship, and for stewardship of our world. I had good fortune, thanks to my mother's dedication and sacrifice, who raised me alone to ensure that I would never be denied or deprived any opportunity in life. She robbed Peter to pay Paul. She worked 3 jobs to send me to a K-12 pathway private school in the city of Chicago. In large part because the school in our own neighborhood was one that was underperforming, and my mother made that sacrifice. I attended a unique school community called Francis Parker, and our school mantra was that a school should be a model home, a complete community, an embryonic democracy. I thank God for the moment that the decision was made that my mother would be the vessel that brought me into this world. We don't get to choose our parents, but if I could have, I would have chosen her again. It is true that education is life's great equalizer, but family is its stabilizer.
That's right.
And you need both, working and symbiotic partnership. And so I want to thank, I didn't forget about you, I want to thank all the caregivers, all the parents who sacrifice, who labor, who pray for their children every day. Thank you. Attending Francis Parker changed the trajectory of my life, I have no doubt. It's why I believe so fiercely in community and in being intentional about building it. A school should be a model home, a complete community, an embryonic democracy. That was the foundation that I was rooted in. It's the place that taught me how to think critically, to shape the table, to amplify my voice, to dare to be myself. There is no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to development and educating of a child. It's why families deserve a choice, and it is why every school should be an excellent choice. Let me be clear, as great as Boston Prep is, to all the students at Boston Prep didn't make you great. You already were. They only reminded you. During and after my campaign for Congress, I talked a lot about how we had built a movement, how people who had rarely, if ever, felt seen and heard in their lives felt seen and heard, how they felt a stakehold in our democracy, a stakehold in our shared collective promise for the future. We broke through a concrete wall and made history because of people like Donovan. It was the result of hundreds of doors knocked, and thousands of phone calls, and millions of steps, and millions of more prayers, and a million small moments. I know that people like to talk about black girl magic, and I never give short shrift to my magic, but what I really know about is black woman work. And you certainly did put that in. The experience of young people today in this room is not so different from mine as a candidate, launching a campaign that was considered to be improbable, to defy all odds and statistics, one that was untimely, unwelcome, and disruptive. Our country is facing unprecedented challenges. The discordant notes of hatred, division, and intolerance ring loudly in our ears. And as young people took to look to their future and struggle to make their voices heard, too many of those in power are quick to dismiss them. But through a million little examples, through a million moments of persistence and community and self-belief, young people are changing this country in real, meaningful, and enduring ways. At Boston Prep, this is a space where they are encouraged to explore, to think critically, to develop self-agency. As I close, I want to say something about that self-agency part. We can do everything we can to ensure that you have an equitable opportunity to an excellent education. It's unfortunate that the word entitlement has been negatively co-opted. I don't think entitlement need be a bad thing. You should feel a sense of entitlement to every opportunity in this world. I need you to operate with a sense of self-agency. I need you to know your worth. I need you to stand in your power. I need you to never, ever, ever apologize for being you. And I need you to lead because change can't wait. So thank you all for your support and for the work that you do. Never doubt that it has the potential to change the world. Thank you.